Okay. Guys, I just got to know the task for our product development course.
Okay.
We have to make a vegan product, but it cannot be a burger.
Okay.
But anyway, we should start to get ideas. What do you think?
Yeah.
Woo! So let's do it. Yeah. Great.
As the inspiration and ideation phase commenced, the team brainstormed different possibilities. The favored ideas on evaluation were jelly candy, white chocolate, instant white sauce, a MudCake mix, and even vegan ice cream. But of course, the team wanted a challenging formulation, and so they chose the vegan MudCake mix. Every new product development project starts with finding out what the consumer wants and what does the market already have. The team looked at other cake mixes in the market, and guess what? There are no other vegan cake mixes. Surprise, surprise. So now the team went on to find what consumers really want. Of the different primary research methods, the team chose online consumer surveys to know the consumers' food preferences, what attributes they would like in a cake mix, and how much are they willing to pay for it. The team also decided that the target market would primarily be vegans and also possibly the gluten intolerant consumers by making the mix gluten-free. With a defined product to formulate, they looked into the list of ingredients used to make the cake mixes in the current market. They found that the main ingredients to replace were eggs and wheat flour. And this was their biggest challenge. The initial proposed recipe included chickpea flour to replace wheat flour and provide the properties of eggs, vanilla sugar to enhance flavor, cocoa powder to add the chocolate element, and sugar and salt for taste. To put things into action, the team started right away with the kitchen trials. Instead of directly using chickpea, they decided to introduce baked chickpea to add a nutty flavor. The duration of baking was standardized using color and flavor analysis. Chickpeas contain high amount of protein, which on denaturation form loose networks that can hold the cake together. Additionally, the pectin in the chickpea husk can also act as a binder. The baked chickpeas were first ground and then milled to get a fine flour. All other dry powder ingredients were measured, added and mixed to form the final MudCake mix. To test the product, oil and water was added to the mix and a batter was made using a KitchenAid. This was baked at 160 degrees Celsius for 16 minutes. However, the final baked cake just didn't hold right. The texture was too dry and the cake was falling apart. The team decided to get a perfect mix, it needed a binder. The 8 musketeers got together again and carried out more discussions and literature studies where 4 binders were selected. These binders were used individually and in combination to get different cake mixes. Of the different trials carried out, 4 mixes were finalized based on sensory evaluation within the group. Different physical tests were carried out on the 4 cake mixes and the baked cake. Water holding capacity was used to test the ingredient's water holding property. This aided in determining the amount of water required to make the cake batter. Water activity tests were done to ensure the measure was low enough to avoid growth of microorganisms. And finally, texture analysis was carried out on the baked cake. The chewiness and hardness of the cake was quantified and measured for analysis. To evaluate and select the final mix, sensory analysis was conducted with 77 panelists served with samples of the 4 potential cakes. A questionnaire with a hedonic scale was provided to the panelists, asking them to rate the cakes based on look, flavor, sweetness, smell and texture. And also they were asked to rank them based on overall preference. The results was visualized using ANOVA, which showed a significantly high preference for the cake mix with psyllium powder and cake mix with guar gum. To select the final cake mix and differentiate between 2 cake mixes having close preference, the results from only the target market who are vegans were separated and evaluated. The cake mix with psyllium powder was a clear winner and also added to the clean label option as there are no additives with A number in this ingredient list. This innovative product had one final step left: to get packaged. The product needed protection from moisture and light, so it was filled in a plastic pouch and sealed as the first layer of primary packaging. This unit was put into a cardboard box. All the information based on EU regulation and instructions were added on the box with a simple and elegant design. And this, friends, is how the gluten-free vegan mud cake is going to take over the market. #world.